You a bad girl and your friends bad shit.
Bust up on these niggas with my pretty gang click, yeah, yeah. Bad bitches running shit. Bust up on these niggas with my pretty gang click, yeah, yeah. With my pretty gang click, yeah, yeah. With my pretty gang click, yeah, yeah. Bad bitches running shit. Bust up on these niggas with my pretty gang click.
What's up, y'all? It's RaeROQ from RaeROQ Magazine, and we're here with Syreeta O. So what is it that made you decide to become a rapper? Like, when did that all start for you?
When I was younger, I started writing music kind of as like a coping mechanism. Like, I had an abusive childhood, so it kind of was my way to escape my reality and a way for me to cope with things that I was dealing with. And then as I got older, people were like, you know, you're really good. You should do this. And, you know, not too many females were rapping, but it was just like, I had a lot of older brothers and uncles, and they were always just like, rap. And they would stand around in a circle, and they're like doing ciphers and making me join in. So then it became fun, because by then I was, you know, in a better space and everything, and it just became like my passion.
So do you have like any other artists in your family, or?
Everybody in my family is musically inclined. All of my brothers can rap. All of the women in my family can sing. I can sing too. You know, rapping is more of my passion than singing is. But all the women in my family can sing. Everybody can dance. And my mom was a choreographer, so that's where I get like my dancing capabilities from. That's why I call myself like the rap Beyonce, because I actually perform. So yeah.
At what age did you begin like actually writing music? And then when did you go ahead and record your first track?
I started writing music at 7 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I started recording when I was 18. Was my first time actually in a studio, was when I was 18.
And what is it that made you actually, what led up to your first in studio experience?
I was actually around one of my friends, and he had a rap group, and I was always rapping. He was like, you can actually rap. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, be in my rap group. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But he convinced me to do it, and I did it, and I loved it, and everybody took to it. So from there, it was like no turning back. Everybody has been gunning for me to go full throttle with me rapping.
And what was that group called?
It was called Stun Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So did you do anything like with that group? What was kind of going on at that time?
We performed a lot. We recorded a lot. That was kind of where I really learned how to record, being in the studio with guys, seeing how they're not taking 1,000 takes to record their verses, and they're just knocking it out. It kind of made them my competition. So yeah, we recorded a lot, and we performed a lot locally. But eventually, like all groups, somebody is not as focused as somebody else, or somebody wants to go a different route than somebody else. One guy got more into videography. One guy got more into production. So it was time for me to branch out on my own and become the solo artist you guys now know as Syreeta O.
Really like the Rose track, and I like the Pretty Girl Gang track. So what kind of, I guess, space were you in when you created those singles in particular?
Music talks to me, so it's like when a producer puts something on, I'm like, I can only hear it. And sometimes we get into it because they're like, I kind of wanted this. And I'm like, no, this is what I hear. Like, this is what this song is saying to me. It has to be done this way. Yes. So Rose came about because Snag, shout out to Snags, he's a protege of Swiss Beats. And he had that track just laying around. Nobody was using it. He played it for me. I'm like, oh, I need it. Like, I have to. I just hear female Rick Ross. If I could do it right quick. That's just what I heard automatically. And I have a lot of female friends that are entrepreneurs, and they were like, this is the kind of music we want to hear about, you know, women being bosses. And so that's my feeling for that song, and I love the song, and shooting the video was so much fun. We went to Miami just to shoot it, and we had a great time. And then Pretty Girl Gang is like my anthem for me and my friends. You know, we want to be turned up on our way out. You're feeling yourself. So that's how that came about. And Tasha Couture is the producer on that. Shout out to her. She's Grammy nominated producer out of Atlanta. And when I heard that again, I'm like, I need it. So we did a little bit of tug of war because a couple other people wanted it, but we won.
So what would you say inspires you musically?
First of all, I love both of those ladies, so that's a compliment that you said that. And the main thing that inspires me musically, I would have to say, like, growing up around a hip hop based family and all of them pushing greats on me and making me listen to Jay-Z and making me listen to Tupac and making me listen to, even as raunchy as the music may have been, making me listen to a Lil' Kim or a Foxy Brown because they wanted me to be a lyricist. They wanted me to be able to tell stories in my music. And I feel like that was what's missing from this generation right now. Like, I can do bubblegum songs and little cutesy sing-along songs, but my real passion is like really talking to people through my music, really telling a story, really interacting with them and getting that from them, because to me that's how you build like lifelong fans and lifelong supporters, because you want them to grow with your music. There's nowhere to grow if I'm just always, look at me, okay. Next, what's next? So I like to say I make what I consider to be real music, like for real people that go through real things and have real aspirations outside of their upbringings. I'm from the hood, and I always had aspirations to go outside of that. So I make music for those people.
What are some of the other Philly artists that have influenced your music in particular?
Definitely Beans, definitely Eve, especially because I feel like she's the artist, a kind of artist that I aspire to be like. She was very well-rounded, and she took her brand very far and way beyond Philly. So definitely a big influence from her. I remember listening to her first album. Somebody bought it for me. I'm like, whoa, like she's really talking and even telling stories, even on Love Is Blind, like how we said, like really telling stories, really resonating with people through her music. And then becoming a pop icon out of nowhere. Yeah. Movies, everything.
Yeah,
So yeah, she's done a lot.
How do you find being a female artist today in the industry? Do you feel like things are a bit more challenging? And what are some things that you've experienced so far, just being a female artist?
It's extremely hard being a female artist right now, I feel like, because everything is so superficial.
Yeah.
And the labels want you to be superficial. They want you to be bubblegummy. They even want you to look superficial. And it's like, some days I don't feel like this. I don't want to be all super dialed up or whatever the case may be. But one good thing about it right now is the door is opening more for a lot of females. So that's a great thing. We're starting to catch up to the men, whereas before it was like 100 men and 2 women. Now it's like they're becoming more and more women, and they're realizing that women do have a huge space in hip hop.
What are some things that you are hoping to accomplish in like the near future?
The biggest global artist in the world. No, but really I do want to be a universal artist. I don't only want to make music for one genre of people. That's one of the reasons why I call myself the female Drake. I feel like he has made music that's transcended through all genres outside of him just being a hip hop artist. He's just an artist. He's just a star. So that's where I would love to go with my music. I want people in Dubai to know my music, and people in Angolis, like everywhere, to know my music.
What would you say has been one of the most important experiences for you as an artist that's contributed to where you are right now?
One of the biggest things I feel like is keeping my integrity, maintaining my integrity. I do have a lot of female fans, and even when I perform, I'm at the shows, a lot of younger girls come up to me, so it's like I do always want to keep that in mind. Even the last show that I did a show with Trina in Chester, and all of these little girls were running up to me afterwards. And one was like, how'd you get started? How'd you start rapping? And all of that. So I always kind of keep that in mind when I make music, because I don't want them to think that you have to only be a certain way to be successful. We're all women. We do feel ourselves sometimes. We do want to be a little sexy sometimes, but not to lean so heavily on that to where that's the only thing that I have to offer, or the only thing I have to bring to the table.
So do you have any other cool things that you would like to mention?
I am touring right now. I'm everywhere. So any promoters out there want to book me for me to come to your city and give y'all the Syreeta O experience, you're more than welcome to reach out to my management. We just came back from Houston. I performed out there for Summer Jam. They're going to bring me back out there in October for another festival that they're going to do. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to that. Trying to get on more shows out here also. Like I said, we just did the show with Trina, and then we're looking at Virginia to go. So I'm just trying to spread my name out there as much as possible, perform as much as possible. I feel 1,000 times better when I actually see the people and deliver my music to them. And the reaction has been phenomenal. Everybody has been taken to me. So I love being on the road and I love performing. I want to have a project that's going to drop soon. TNF, did I curse at all? I'm trying to remember if I cursed. Can I curse? Yeah. Okay. TNF, that stands for Trap Niggas Fantasy. So yeah, my project is going to be coming out soon. A lot of good big name producers on there. Got Black M Out on there. He just did a song with Beyonce. Like I said, Sydney Star Baby and Tasha Couture and Biscuit and Butter and Biscuit. They just did a song with John Legend. So like a lot of big producers on my project, and I can't wait to let y'all hear this music. I've been in the studio for almost 2 years, so I have a lot of music to give y'all. Oh, and then yeah, Jeremiah's on the project too. So a feature with him too. So yeah, I can't wait to.
And when do you have a date for that project yet?
No date yet. We record so much, and now we're about to go to LA and record some more music. So it's like every time I record, I'm like, oh, now we can't decide what songs are going to be in the project. Yeah. We have to keep going back. Like, I like this song better. Take this song off. So, and we're also going to release a mini movie with it when we roll it out too. So it's going to be a lot, but we're going to get it done. Yeah.
So what's the inspiration, the overall inspiration behind your music videos?
Again, just trying to give people a little more depth than what is out there right now. My team and I always collaborate on the ideas for the videos, and there's always like, what can we do that nobody else is doing? Yeah, I don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to keep overly saturating the market with the same stuff all the time. So, yeah. And I can't act, so they say. So we always try to bring that into the mix. So.
Where can people find you?
Everywhere. YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, SoundCloud, Spotify. In your city, if you tell people to book me, you can find me there too. So yeah, I'm on all platforms. I have 7 singles out right now and a video for every single. So yeah, we're working on my next single now. Undecided. We're going back and forth about what the next one is going to be. Still have unreleased videos that I haven't even came out with yet because, like I said, I'm in the studio nonstop, and every time we like another song, something gets shuffled around. But yeah, I'm on all platforms, and on social media, you can find me Love Syreeta O. My name is spelled Syreeta and then O. TikTok, Twitter, everywhere.